Welcome to another beautiful day here in Dorado Hills. When my family and I moved here to EDH, we wondered what neighborhoods do we look in? So that is what I'm going to help you with today. 6 neighborhoods that you can look at and decide for yourself if they are a good fit for you. As always, my friends, I am John Jackson, your local realtor in the Sacramento area and all the suburbs surrounding. I'm talking about places like Dorado Hills, Folsom, Rockland, Roseville, Granite Bay, and more. I'm here to help you and your family land in what I believe to be the best place to raise a family in Northern California. So if you have any questions or you just want to start a conversation about a possible move here to the Sacramento suburbs, go ahead and touch base with me. My contact info is in the information for this video and in the main information of this page. Also take a moment to press like on this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll continue to make good videos for you that give you good insight into things like lifestyle, schools, and of course my favorite, real estate. Now let's dive into 6 neighborhoods here in Dorado Hills. So the first thing to know about Dorado Hills is there's not a one size fits all. There are neighborhoods for every different type of lifestyle and every different type of family. You may want a country club lifestyle, you may want a custom lot, or you may want a tract home. Those are all available in Dorado Hills depending on what you and your family want. But the one very common thread is Dorado Hills has great schools, great community involvement, and great access to nature. So let's start with the neighborhood that may be a little bit off the radar, and that is Ridgeview. I love Ridgeview because it is a little bit off the radar. It has a bit more of a quiet, residential, and really neighborhood feel, a bit tucked back. This neighborhood is in the hills of the city, and most of the homes really don't look the same. So if you don't like cookie cutter and you don't like tract homes, this could be the place for you. Ridgeview, being a more established neighborhood, also has low traffic because it's up in the hills. Some of the lots, because they are hillside, have great views of Folsom Lake or of Folsom. Now, when were these homes built? Late 90s, early 2000s. So you're looking at homes here that are nearing about 30 years old. So you may have some maintenance on some of them, and some of them you may need to do some upgrading and updating. One other lovely thing about the homes in Ridgeview are the lots are a little bit bigger and the landscaping is a little bit more mature. So as you drive through Ridgeview, you see tons of super mature trees. Homes here are going to start in about the 800,000s, and they're going to go well over $1 million depending on how large the home is. So Ridgeview is great for those that want a community feel, something more established, and they don't want a branded type or luxury type of community. They want something simple and beautiful. That's Ridgeview. Next, let's go to the opposite of Ridgeview. That is Blackstone. Now we are on the south side of Highway 50, and these are pretty much the newest homes in Dorado Hills. So this is a master planned resort style community that began in about the early 2000s and just recently wrapped up, although there are some still semi-custom lots being built in the back of Blackstone. So the positives about Blackstone are, number one, the homes are newer, so you're not going to have the maintenance issues, and the layouts are very conducive to family living and modern amenities. Second, speaking of amenities, Blackstone does have clubhouses, pools, and things like that for families to be able to use as a part of their monthly HOA fees. And most of Blackstone is also gated. So you have a completely different feel here in Blackstone. Newer, more modern, more contemporary. This area can tend to be very popular with people relocating from Southern California or from the Bay Area, where they want still that contemporary build. They want a lower price than they're used to where they're coming from. Now, a couple things here in Blackstone. There is an HOA here, so you're going to pay those fees, but you do get some amenities for that. So how are the prices here? So you're going to start in the mid 800s, and then you'll go well over $1 million into easily $1.5 million if you get a large home and something that possibly has a view of the Sacramento Valley. So if you like amenities, a newer build with a newer layout, Blackstone just might be for you. Now let's talk about views, and that is at the Promontory. So the Promontory is going to be the closest neighborhood to Folsom Lake. This is not a country club type of environment. This is just beautiful homes that are hillside, and as long as they are facing the right direction, you can have some gorgeous views and see the sunset and the lake. Now, these homes are a little bit newer because they were beginning to be built in about the 2010s, so you get a little bit newer build here too. So you may not have to worry about a ton of upgrading, and maintenance issues here. They are on the larger side. Most of the homes that I run into here typically start around 2,500 square feet, and I've seen homes here that I've taken buyers through that are well over 4,000 square feet. So what do people love here? Of course, they love the views. They also love that although this is an HOA community, it seems a little more relaxed than some of the HOAs in town. Also, a lot of the areas of Promontory are gated and they are in really close proximity to several schools. So price-wise here in Promontory, we're gonna start at about $1 million and we're gonna get up to the high 1 millions. That's gonna depend on how large of home you get, how nicely it is finished, and of course, how is that view. So Promontory may be for you if you want a newer home with a neighborhood that is very well kept, with an HOA that maybe isn't quite as strict as some of the other ones. So now let's move on to the Serrano neighborhood. Almost everybody that moves into El Dorado Hills at least considers Serrano as their landing spot. So Serrano is the country club community in town. It has about 1,400 homes that are spread out along the hills and surrounding the golf course. Serrano has several different villages, and the villages have different types of homes. So Lower Serrano has some really nice homes that start in the 700s, a lot of one-story homes, really nice and all gated. Pretty much all of Serrano is gated. Then as you work your way up the hill in Serrano, the homes get a little larger and a little bit more expensive. Finally, when you reach Upper Serrano, you hit a custom section, and those homes get to be in the $2 and $3 million range, really expansive homes, large lots with gorgeous views. And actually, you can even buy a buildable lot up in that section still and build your own dream home there. So what do people love here? This is a golf course community, perfectly maintained. As you drive down the streets, all the trees and all the plants are manicured just right, and the HOA takes very good care of all the grounds. There is gated security and you don't have a lot of through traffic driving through the neighborhoods of Serrano. Also, what people like is there's probably a home for everybody here. Like I mentioned, there are some smaller homes all the way up to large custom lots and everywhere in between. So Serrano may be for you if you value a refined type of living, a little bit upscale with a little extra bit of privacy in your life. That's probably Serrano. So the fifth neighborhood feels very different, but I love it. It's the Lakeview Waterford area of El Dorado Hills. So this area is also closer to the lake and it's up near Salmon Falls Road. This is where El Dorado Hills starts to feel a little more custom and rural, but it's still close to town and to all the amenities and the things that you need to do. Why do people like it here? 1, there are larger lots. 2, there are custom or semi-custom homes here. 3, there's quite a bit of privacy because no one is just driving through Lakeview or Waterford. Lakeview and Waterford is the place in town where you may have space for your RV, for your boats and your toys, and it really doesn't have a tract home feel whatsoever. So if you're a person that likes to hit the lake or pull out the paddleboard, this might work for you. However, a lot of these homes were built in the 80s, so you're looking at some layouts that may not be super functional for today's family living. And also you may have some updates and upgrades to do. Now price-wise, you're gonna start at about $900,000 and you're gonna work your way up to probably $1.8 million, depending of course on the finishes of the home, the size of the home, and the view that it may offer. So if you want a little elbow room and a little more character to your neighborhood and your house, I would definitely take a look at Lakeview and Waterford. And finally, the last area we're gonna look at today is the Bass Lake area. So this is the newer and developing part of El Dorado Hills. So the reason people like this spot is because there is newer construction. There's also new building going in like shopping centers and grocery stores and things like that. Now homes in the Bass Lake area are generally contemporary designs, modern amenities, but they do have small lots for the most part and they are primarily tract homes. So you will not have the mature landscaping and the really established neighborhood feel. You'll have more the feel of a tract neighborhood with newer homes. Now these are priced sort of all over the map. You can start in the mid 700s for these homes and get a nice one-story build, but you can also go up to the mid 1 millions and hit something that's a really nice large 2-story home. But as you drive through the neighborhood, these are very nice builds, clean, modern, contemporary. So this is great for people that prioritize newer homes, modern builds, and don't mind being in a growing, sort of evolving part of town. So there are 6 neighborhoods in El Dorado Hills that certainly would have helped me and my family when we moved here. And here's the biggest takeaway. There's no best neighborhood in El Dorado Hills. There's only the best neighborhood for you. So if you would like to start a conversation, I would love to chat with you about which neighborhood of the Sacramento suburbs may fit you and your family. Also take a moment to subscribe to my channel so you can continue to receive good videos with great content about this area. I can't wait to see you on the next video.